Hi everybody, my name is Jimmy Adair and I am the teacher for Humanities 2093 World Religion, and I thank you for joining us. This is, as you know, an online class. We won't meet face to face at the same time, even online, at any time during this class, with a couple of exceptions. This coming Thursday at noon and Friday at 5 o'clock, I'll be glad to meet with you on Blackboard, whoever wants to meet, just in case you have any questions or you just want to, see what's going on. You want to get to know me a little bit better. That's fine. I'll be on Blackboard, Blackboard Collaborate specifically, and I'll send out some instructions on how to meet on Blackboard. I'll send that out as a class announcement, just in case you don't already know how to do that. Otherwise, I'll be giving you assignments every week, and those assignments are due by the end of the week, and the week goes from Monday at 8 a.m. through Sunday, Sunday night. So I hope that you'll be able to participate, and I hope that we'll learn a lot this semester. One of the things we're going to do is I have created a class website, and if you look at Blackboard, you'll see the address, the URL for the class website, and it's also on the syllabus. The syllabus is on Blackboard as well, so there's any number of places you can find this information. If for whatever reason you can't find it, just shoot me an email. When you send me an email, my email is james.adair, A-D-A-I-R, at utsa.edu. When you send me an email, make sure on the subject line you put HUM2093 as the first part of the subject line. Then you can put anything else after that. That just makes sure that I see it and it goes to my right, to the correct mailbox in my inbox, because I get a lot of emails and I don't want to miss anybody's email from the class. Now, the class website is the main thing we'll be using for schedule. On the class website, I have a list of assignments week by week. There are some reading assignments. There are some assignments to read links that I link to from the class website, and also there's some videos to watch, like this one. And so every week I'm going to be making some videos, at least 2, 3, 4 videos, possibly more, who knows. But every week I'll be making a few videos for you to watch of myself talking about various topics. Now, also, once you get to the class website and take a look at that, you'll see near the top of the class website, there are a couple of links that say Class Notes. Class Notes Unit 1 and Class Notes Unit 2. And those class notes are pretty much what I'm going to be talking about for the first 10 weeks. Unit 1 covers weeks 1 through 5. Unit 2 will cover weeks 6 through 10. And I won't talk about every single thing that's in the class notes, but if you want to print it out or have it on your screen while you're watching the video of me talking, you'll be able to follow along pretty much and kind of underline things, circle things that I emphasize. The test, we'll have 2 tests, one at the end of Unit 1, at the beginning of week 6, one at the end of Unit 2, the beginning of week 11. They'll be online, they'll be on Blackboard. You'll have a limited amount of time to do it. You'll have an hour to do it. And most of the questions will be from the class notes and from the things that I talk about in class. Some of it will be from the textbook. We do have a textbook for this class. It is by Victoria Urobshiro, and I have instructions about how to buy that book. You can buy it in hard copy if you want. There's also an online version of it. It's exactly the same. You can download that, save yourself a little bit of money, buying the online edition, the ebook, if you prefer. The link to find the ebook is on the class website, okay? And I believe it's also in the syllabus as well. So every week we'll be talking about, for the first 10 weeks, we'll be talking about different world religions. Week 1 is an introductory week. Then starting with week 2, we'll talk about one or more religious traditions, major religious traditions from around the world. We'll start with the Western religious traditions, Zoroastrianism, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And that's Unit 1. And then Unit 2, we'll talk about the Eastern traditions, some of the major Eastern traditions, like Jainism, Baha'i, Buddhism, Hinduism, Sikhism, Chinese religions, Taoism, Confucianism, and also Shinto, which is a Japanese religion. So that's the first 10 weeks. We'll be talking about different world religions. The final 5 weeks of the class, we will be involved in discussions. And I'll break you into groups, and I will ask you to lead discussions of various topics. Whatever topic I assign to your group, you will create a video of it with your group, and you'll present the video to the class, and then after the class watches it, there will be discussion of it. And all discussion will take place on the discussion board on Blackboard, and we'll have discussions. In fact, I already have discussion questions up there on Blackboard. If you look at Blackboard, you'll see there are discussion questions for week 1 already there. And part of your grade will come from your participation in the discussion boards. I expect everyone to participate in the discussion boards. You should have at least 3 responses every week to the class discussions. You don't have to respond to every single question, but at least 3 responses. And responses have to be substantial, not just yes or no or I agree or you go girl or something like that. You can make those responses if you want, but that doesn't really count towards your class participation grade. Be a little more substantial in your answers. Let's talk a little bit more about the syllabus. I'm not going to read the whole syllabus to you, but my contact information is in there. Another requirement of the class is I expect each of you to do 3 visit reports and 3 interviews with people from various religious traditions. Now, because we live in a time of COVID-19, you may not feel comfortable going to, actually attending physically, a religious worship service. If you do attend a religious worship service physically, that counts, and all you have to do is write up a little report about it. Let me see, it's a couple of pages long. Let's see, visit report up to, trying to find where I put the number of pages. Well, I'll find it in a minute. Anyways, I expect you to do a visit report that describes what the worship service was like. If you don't feel comfortable going in person, there are a number of religious groups, churches, synagogues, mosques, temples that have online worship services, and you are free to join them. I found it here. Each visit report is a minimum of 3 pages, double-spaced. Okay, so I want you to do 3 visit reports over the course of the semester from 3 different religious traditions. So, what is a religious tradition? A religious tradition is, let's take Christianity, for example. If you do your first visit report, if you visit a Catholic worship service, let's say, then that's fine. You do that, you write it up, that's a visit report on Christianity. Your next visit report has to be from a different religious tradition. So not a Presbyterian church, that's also the Christian tradition, not a Messianic Jewish church, because that's also a Christian church. Go to a synagogue, or go to a Buddhist temple, or go to a mosque, or something else. And the class website will have a number of suggestions for you. However, you don't have to follow those suggestions. Any church that you want to visit is perfectly fine, or any place of worship that you want to visit is perfectly fine, as long as it's from 3 different religious traditions. Now, I also will give you the opportunity for extra credit. You can do up to 2 additional visit reports from different religious traditions than you've already done. and you'll get some extra credit for that. These visit reports are going to be due the day of exam 1, the day of exam 2, and the day of, well, the last day of class. Okay? So we'll talk more about those as we go along, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. In addition to the visit reports, I want you to do an interview with one person from 3 different religious traditions. It can be a person from the places that you visit for your visit report, or it can be somebody else. It doesn't have to match up, but it can. And again, these have to be 3 different religious traditions. I'll give you some guidelines for visiting places of worship, things to do, things to avoid. That's in the syllabus. What else? Oh, one other thing. Later on in the semester, about week 11, I think it is, I'll be asking you to read The Life of Pi, the novel Life of Pi by Jan Martel, and write a book report on it, focusing especially on the way in which the book deals with the topic of religion. It's a very interesting book, and it certainly has to do with religion. And then we'll have a discussion on this, on the book, on Blackboard. And this is due on November 20th, according to the syllabus, and the due date will also be on the class website. Okay, I think that's all I want to talk about as far as specifics go. Grading, 90 or above is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, and so forth. That's pretty normal. And all this information is in the syllabus. So I think that's good enough for an introduction to the class. I'm going to do another video that gives an introduction to the study of religion, and I would like for y'all to watch that one as well. All right.